So what's up guys, and welcome to my loyalty points / aura guide for your first 12 months playing Runescape. So a lot of you probably won't agree with this guide, but sitting down and actually doing the maths, I challenge anyone to make a better aura guide, to be honest, because I've sat down, I spoke to a lot of people, and a lot of things have been considered. This list was completely different to what I expected it to turn out to be, just from once you dive in and you really look at it. So the first thing to take into consideration is how fast you actually get loyalty points if you are on a brand new account. So if we take a look at this here, you actually get loyalty points way slower than I expected, not even being able to buy a decent aura until 4 months into your account. You may be in a different position where you've come from old school and you've had membership for a long time, so your list would slightly differ. I would still recommend buying everything on this list first, but things can be different when you're in a position with a brand new account and you have a lot of loyalty points, because there's a lot of auras that will only be good early in your account, but they're necessarily not worth buying unless you're in that position where you've started with a lot of loyalty points. So I think what everyone is expecting to see first is going to be Jack of Trades, but it turns out you can't get Jack of Trades till month 4, and you can buy this aura 2 months sooner without delaying your Jack of Trades. So the first aura you want to be picking up is Green Fingers. Green Fingers helps your herb runs and gives you a 3% increased yield. For an Ironman, that's 2 months extra until you get Jack of Trades of farming herbs and getting extra herbs. And even if you're a main, you're going to make a lot more money. So we can pick this one up here for 5k loyalty points on month 2. So we then hit month 4 when you'll be able to afford Jack of Trades. Jack of Trades is literally a daily, and the amount of XP you get out of this, even if you are like a bossing focused account, you still need to get your Herbler up. This can save you a lot of money, and obviously as an Ironman, that Herbler XP you can use it on is insane. No matter what your account is, just the amount of value you get out of this aura, being able to use it every day to get more XP is not worth passing this one up and getting it as soon as you can, which is month 4. So the next aura you'll be buying is month 6 in your account for 23k, and that is Resourceful. Resourceful is just all round good for a bunch of different skills, so you get a lot of value out of this aura. It's good for wood cutting, as you see here it says 10% chance for it not to deplete and your resources, and you also got a bit of a boosted chance to find a geode when mining, and that geode can pull you an onyx early on in your account. So the 4th aura you will be buying on month 8 is an upgrade to Jack of Trades. I have considered other auras, but considering the jump between being able to buy auras, just have that huge amount of XP you getting this upgraded Jack of Trades as soon as you can, just the value is insane if you're using it every day. So definitely worth upgrading your master to a master Jack of Trades here for 30k loyalty points on month 8. So the next aura we'll be buying is Penance on month 9. This aura here just is so all-round good. For an Ironman, it's so good at saving you prayer points, because every time you use it, you're saving prayer. You're not using up your precious Ranars. And as a main, this is one of the most useful auras for learning a boss. Myself, when I was learning Ambassador ED3, I used this aura just so I didn't have to worry about my prayer dropping, and I could focus on them mechanics with my first few kills. And also a very good aura for slapping on during Slayer tasks and things like that when you don't want to use your big boy combat auras and you want to save them. So this is where the list differs for main accounts and Ironmen. So if there is an aura you only pick up if you're an Ironman, I will let you know, and Enrichment is one of them auras. This aura helps you with gathering energy from divination. It's not something you need on a main account, but with divination on an Ironman, you need to get a lot of memories to make your own charges for invention, so definitely pick this aura up for 5k. So still in month 10, you are able to upgrade your Green Fingers, which is the aura you picked up first of all. So now it will have a 5% chance of getting you more crops when doing your herb runs, and you pick this one up here for 16k. So moving on to month 11, you'll be upgrading your Enrichment. This is Ironman only. By this point into your account, you're 11 months in, you will be probably doing a lot of energy, so definitely worth upgrading this one as soon as you can, which is now. So the 10th aura you'll be picking up is Call of the Seas. This one here is only 5k, and it just makes fishing so much better, an increased chance of catching fish. As an Ironman, Ironman, you know, you're going to be catching a lot of fish, and as a main, this just makes the XP a little bit faster. I don't know about you, but I absolutely hate fishing. You can swap this one out for, you know, some skills you don't like, but personally I would highly recommend getting this fishing one. So now we're on month 12, the final month of the guide. At this point, I would be buying 5-finger discount. This far into your account, you're probably looking to do L thieving and things along that line, and if you're an Ironman, thieving all round is really good, so definitely worth picking this one up. And we will then instantly be upgrading it to the greater 5-finger discount, so you're now at 5%. Then I would personally pick up flameproof just to have reduced chance of burning food if you are not 99 by this point. If you are already 99 this far into your account, obviously a useless aura, don't pick it up. But if you're still quite low in your cooking and you still find yourself cooking a lot and you don't have 99, definitely pick up flameproof. So the last aura I'll be picking up on month 12 is the lumberjack aura. It gives you an increased chance of chopping wood by 3%. You're probably thinking a lot of these auras would have been way better off getting earlier, but judging by the other auras you want, like the Jack of Trades, the Pennants, the Master Jack of Trades, there's not really a good point to pick these up early on without delaying you getting them really important auras. So it takes you until month 12 to actually pick up this aura. So a few things you're probably thinking: you've only seen one combat aura in a year. The accuracy auras are actually terrible and they're very expensive to get a good one. So you've probably noticed, if you've looked yourself, there are some really cheap accuracy auras, but in terms of usability and pushing back things like Master Jack of Trades, it's really not worth it. All your good combat auras will come from the PVM Hub, which I'll show you shortly. Accuracy auras are only good if you have a decent one and you have it early in your account. Late game, they can be okay if you spend a lot of time at one boss and all your other auras go on cooldown, or you're at a boss where you need that little bit of extra accuracy, which is actually a very rare case. So here we have the auras you can pick up through War's Retreat, aka the PVM Hub. Looking at these auras, the one you probably want to get first is Manacle, especially if you're an Ironman. This one really increases your magic while lowering your defense. The same with Berserker and Reckless, they do the same things for melee and for range. Ideally, magic is just better early on your account, so you're probably better off getting it for that exact reason. But you can pick any 3 of these, but you do definitely want to be getting these 3 auras as your first auras from here, back to back, no questions asked. They're head and shoulders better than these 2 here, Dark Magic and Vampirism, so definitely worth picking these ones up first because they can take quite a long time to get. So after you've grabbed all 3 of the Reckless auras, you want to be grabbing Dark Mage. It's just a general DPS increase. It's not a great aura, but you know, you might as well get it once you've got the points to get it. Vampirism, the last aura you pick up from here, on paper sounds really good. In reality, it's absolute trash and doesn't have a lot of uses. The healing on it is capped to like 50 a hit. It doesn't really say that, but it's honestly, it's not very good, but you might as well get it towards the end of your points. I understand with this guide, a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me. If you do disagree with me, feel free to share your views in the comments down below. But likelihood is a lot of people probably haven't considered how slow you actually get loyalty points when we're a year in and you can only pick up 14 from the loyalty store. Shows it is a good thing that they moved the hard-hitting combat auras out of the loyalty store, but I think the loyalty store really does need looking at because there's so many useful early game auras that are just not worth buying, and by the time you do buy them, they're not useful anymore, like surefooting for example. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this. This is my first like proper RS3 guide, and I don't normally make guides like this. I just saw this one didn't exist, and any aura guides I saw I heavily disagreed with, so I thought I'd put this one up. Hope you enjoyed, and catch you later.